What's up, everybody? My name is Titan. Welcome back with another video. Ignore my brother. Okay, so I know I already made a video on this, so don't click off, please. The last video was me discussing how YouTube could not do what they did. And sorry if I sound tired. I already recorded this video, but I forgot to point out some facts that I didn't, so I'm recording it again. My last video was about pointing out facts of how they couldn't do what they are claiming to be possible, because they can't pull it off with how much money they have and how many videos are uploaded just every day, which I didn't mention. I only mentioned how many there currently are on the platform, not even the tens of thousands that are uploaded every hour, like even more than that, insane amounts. So putting that aside, this video is discussing the actual thing, because I've seen a lot of videos recently on YouTube discussing how it is like people are getting scared, like YouTubers, bigger YouTubers, like even 2 million, 3 million subscribers are talking about it and actually scaring other YouTubers into deleting their channels, into shutting all their videos, into turning all their videos into private. Just a lot of dumb crap, because they're scared, and then people forget that these YouTubers with millions of subscribers are no different than me and you. They're no different than me with only 150 subscribers, and they're no different than you. Let's say you don't even have a channel. Like, they're no different than me or you. They're probably just as scared as you are with your tiny channel in comparison to their giant channel. So you gotta remember that taking information from someone that's bigger doesn't mean anything. You can take an information from someone that has only 10 subscribers and then look at me, and I don't want you to treat that information any differently, because what I'm saying is no different than what he could be saying either, or she. I'm not sexist. Okay, anyway, getting into this. YouTube, if you're not aware of this, the FTC not too long ago in 2019 sued YouTube and Google because they were taking information from people that were 12 and below for $170 million. Action had to be taken. Long story short, the FTC made some, a new coppa rules, and YouTube has to abide to their new rules because they were taking information from people 12 and below, which is stupid, because in the first place, you should not be on YouTube if you were 12 and under. I already said this last video, but I still can't get over that fact that they were sued over it, because I get it, they should not have been taking information from the kids. But why isn't coppa or FTC yelling at the parents for being dumb and allowing their children to use the platform when they are not supposed to? And I'm done with hearing this crap. A bunch of YouTubers I've heard say it too, and even in the news and crap. It's just absurd that, yeah, sorry, it's just a big world. You know what we're talking about? So you can't blame you can blame YouTube for freaking taking information from them, or forget blaming the parents. Like, blame YouTube, because they're the ones at fault for making the kids, holding them at gunpoint, saying, hey, use this platform or we'll shoot you in the head. No, they didn't. The kids have free will, and they probably have too much free will. No, they definitely do if they're using a platform that they're not supposed to. Putting that aside, I also am on the agreeing side that it doesn't make any sense why they're not allowed to. The platform is just all ran really shitty. In fact, that's for another video I was about to say, but it's all stupid. It doesn't make any sense. The entire thing is rigged, and it's not even rigged. It's just YouTube is ran by morons. This platform is just horribly designed in all. Not in only the way like you see things, the animations and everything in the platform. I'm talking about the way it's designed and set up. All the rules together are just really, really stupid. And they should have, they did know they wouldn't work. It's kind of like the jaywalking law. Like, have you honestly ever been arrested? Like, cop freaking pulls out, get the fuck on the ground now. Like, no, obviously not. It's one of the stupidest laws ever that really, I've done it in front of police before. They don't care. It's the dumbest law ever, and it's because it's just the common sense law. Like, hey, no cars. Oh, it's safe to walk. Like, as long as you're not actually mentally disabled, you shouldn't have trouble with jaywalking. You shouldn't have problem with walking across the street because there's no cars coming for a mile. It's the same as that. The rules are so stupid, and they knew they wouldn't succeed, yet it's still a bunch of stuff happened with them taking information from kids, causing them to get sued for a bunch of money, which then is why these new rules are being installed, I think on like December 6th, 2019, with the new coppa rules, which has a bunch of people all frantic and scared that their channels are going to get deleted or fined, which is, it's kind of just sad, honestly, because it's just stupid. It's no better. This situation and circumstance is no better than the stupid freaking monetization crap with no more cursing. That was the biggest part of it all, because it was so absurd, because so many YouTubers curse. So the whole you can no longer curse thing was just really dumb. But what I'm going to say here, the biggest thing that I've noticed a lot of people are saying they're going to do is switch over to another platform. Let me explain to you why that actually will not work. Because if you move along to another platform, so will your audience, meaning your audience will follow you over to that platform, and the same laws will eventually become abided to that. Because if you really think Google is the only company taking information from people as a whole, no, it's not true at all. It's not. YouTube is just one of the biggest companies that do it, and they do it to a lot of people, and because they're so big, it's also a lot more noticeable that they're doing it. It's like as if a 600-pound guy tried walking into a bar and ordering a beer, or a freaking tiny, like the smallest midget in the world tried walking in. Who are you immediately going to notice walking in that door doing what they're doing? Obviously, you're going to notice Google because they're such a huge company and they do it to so many people that obviously it's going to be immediately noticeable that they're doing it, which also kind of makes it harder for people to even realize that almost every single company on the planet does it in smaller shapes and forms. But my point is that every company does do it, which means they could equally get in trouble for what they do. Most of them buy their way out of it or just lie their way out of it. But if it already has happened to YouTube and Google, then it's going to definitely happen to smaller companies below them. That's just not even an arguable fact. Again, when I said in the video I recorded before this one, that I ended up deleting, my example was like, it's two saplings. Let's say the first one is where you're on right now, YouTube. And it's okay, it's a good platform, I get, like, it's good stuff, you're doing stuff there, but then that happens, the whole law, the new coppa rules, and you decide to move over to the, smaller platform, but it still is nice. It actually works, in your opinion, better than YouTube. But obviously, if you're a decent-sized channel, you have a bunch of fans that are going to want to watch your content again. Like, imagine if PewDiePie moved over to that. All your fans are going to also move over to that platform, which could cause the exact same problem on that platform as that. So now, you don't like the change and everything. That sapling is grown over there on YouTube. You just out of that crap. You're in the new one that is just the way it is, and you're expecting, for some reason in your head, it'll stay that way forever, unaware that now, even inevitably, this one grew really fast and is growing to the pace way faster because it's getting way more attention, and it's being fed way more. Like, this one's already grown all the way, and yours is still a sapling, and you're just waiting and apparently assuming everything will stay the way it is just because you moved over to another platform, unaware that inevitably it will happen on the exact same platform that you're on now. And the sapling will inevitably grow. Because if one law is started on one platform of use, there's no reason for the FTC to not say that this law is abided with every single platform. Why shouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Because it's just going to make sure that things are safe. It's kind of like saying shooting someone in the head in one state of America is legal, but in one state it isn't. Like, imagine that. Imagine if in Texas it is illegal to shoot someone in the head, but then in, I don't know, Missouri, it's all of a sudden, I don't know which I said. Okay, Texas is legal and Missouri is just completely illegal. What? Like, why? What's the point? Why not just make the other one legal too? Why not make the other one illegal too? Like, there's no point in not making both of them or all of them abided by the same laws. There's no reason not to. So I'm just letting everyone know, moving over to another platform and allowing what's happening just to happen and not try to work with it in any way or do anything about it isn't going to help you at all, because eventually that problem will catch up to you. The same thing that you had to deal with on YouTube will eventually catch up to you on another platform. That's pretty much all I had to say in this video. I'm just letting you guys know about some of the facts that you may have been unaware of, or all that good junk. And, oh, wait, one last thing. Another point I saw made by Nightbreaker, and he actually made some good points to me about how they do a decent job at monitoring still sexually explicit content. Yeah, they do, and at the same time, they do a horrible job of it. Which, talking about the new coppa rules coming out in comparison to nudity on the platform is a massive degree in comparison. In fact, YouTube, weirdly enough, should have already been sued much more money than even $170 million for allowing sexual explicit content on their platform. I'm not talking about sex ed or any of those good channels. I haven't watched one personally, like they're actually educational. I'm talking about straight up hentai on the platform, pornography of the sorts. Luckily, and I'm not talking about like child nudity or anything like that, child pornography. That's on a whole different level of bad. Just regular old like pornography or like hentai, all that stuff that is not allowed on the platform at all. Like, it's completely illegal to be on the platform. It's on the platform. You can search it if you don't believe me. If you're 17 and under, do not search it. I'm not telling anyone under the age of 18 to search this. But you will see plenty of thumbnails and even some videos on it that are restricted, oddly enough, which means the bot saw the video and thought, hey, this should be restricted instead of taken down. Or for some reason, it was just automatically restricted by the person. He restricted it and the bot never reviewed it. Like, it just said, okay, screw it. I'm just gonna take freaking beer out, pop a Pepsi, I don't know why I have a Pepsi, and just say screw this entire process. I'm just gonna let this guy do whatever he's doing. Like, they just completely ignored it, which doesn't make any sense, which makes you wonder, like, why are you telling us, Aiden? We don't really care. Why should I care, Titan, about this stupid information? Here's why. Because if that's the case, and they do that much of a crappy job at monitoring the content that goes on their platform, how in the fucking hell are they gonna monitor every single video getting uploaded every single minute of every single day and every single video that's already on the platform with a bot system to make sure it is either child-friendly or made for children or for adults? How are they supposed to do that? Because if they fuck up and they accidentally flag a channel with like 1 million subscribers incorrectly, or even 100,000, you won't have to take action at all. In fact, FTC and YouTube will get in a fight over it because YouTube has now incorrectly fined someone $3,000 and he did not do anything wrong at all. So the FTC is going to start getting in trouble because they are the one who helped with this entire process unfolding, but YouTube is the one who fucked it up and flagged someone incorrectly. Because let's be honest, if they use the bot, it's gonna be a lot more than just one channel getting flagged. It's gonna be hundreds of thousands of channels getting flagged on a regular basis, because let's be honest, how often does a channel get demonetized over the dumbest crap on a regular basis? Now that's just demonetization. Imagine if that demonetization little symbol was replaced with a $43,000 fine. Yeah, how does that sound? No, not good at all. So that will be a big problem. So I guess my point in the last video was true. It's impossible for them to deal with this the way it is, because again, they will not be able to pay a person to go to every single channel and want people to pay to watch every single video on every single channel to make sure it is safe and abiding by the rules and you're just obliging by it all. There's no way they can possibly do that. So what am I trying to say in this entire video? I'm just letting you know a couple bits of the information of what has been going on and what is still going on, and just in case you weren't aware of it. And one last thing, I'm just gonna say, don't panic about it. Just stay chill. Honestly, you shouldn't worry about it, because in all, we can't do a whole lot, except I think I have heard of like a petition maybe. I'm not too sure about that, don't take my word on it. But I think I have heard of a petition going on to try to stop it, or at least change the way they're trying to make the rules. Like the whole third option thing just being non-existent, which I like. Literally there's just not a third option for everyone. They basically just freaking said, yeah, take that freaking hand and shove it up your ass, because screw that. E for everyone doesn't exist to us, bro. We too swag, we too cool. Like, they just said screw it all, which it doesn't make any sense at all, because then they tried saying, oh, I'm sorry, my good sir. It's the third option. You should look closely. Now we looked. It doesn't exist. I don't know why they said it does. It's either adult content or children content. So yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, that's all. That's all I made this video for, is just to let you all know what's going on. It's nothing interesting. It's just stupid crap again. That's how I'm gonna end this video, making it very clear. This is probably some of the stupidest crap, because Google took some information, which means they took information to push ads towards those kids. So they would want to, like, let's say, tell their mommy, just like how McDonald's does that kind of crap too with kids, but they don't get in trouble for it, about how they want to push ads towards kids. So they'll go to their mommy and say, hey mommy, get this for me. And because they took that information and wanted to push ads towards those kids, they were sued $170 million, which, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, is absolute jack shit to them. It's nothing, barely anything, but it still feels just stupid that it happened at all, because they shouldn't have been able to take information from kids who aren't on the platform. That's the end of this. It's entirely stupid, this entire situation. I'm not going to change my channel. I don't plan to, because it's the way I've been doing it. I've not had any problems yet, because there shouldn't be any problems, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I was originally abiding with the rules, which were still really stupid in a lot of them, but that's for another video, the rest of this bull crap. I'm just going to end it now. If you guys enjoyed this video and the information I've given you, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.